What up? What up? What up? What up? You gotta push through it. Yeah, they tell me don't work too hard, but as an actor, entertainer, orator, as a person, there's certain things that you must do. There's certain things that you just must do, to continue in life. You wanna do the honors here, helping me to make a way where I can broadcast and show you some things while I have to repair myself. We can repair and help each other, and the green, all those who held on to the green, Al Qadir, green Michael, green light, chlorophyll, energy, sun, connection, I say like this, I go like this. That's what I do. For now, everything is evolving, everything is changing. But one thing for sure, it will not remain the same. That's it. So all those who go in the past, instead of continuing and staying in the now, is a fixed what we do. No matter where you go, it's fixed. It's fixed here is the foundation. But the foundation of a scene, something that you can weigh, you can feel, hear, it's not even the feeling, but it's something that takes up weight and have space, takes up weight in space. But there's things that's space and beyond space. And when people talk about beyond space, they talk about the things they feel that they see through the interpretation of that particular programming for Earth, because they didn't activate, as we know now, the pineal gland. They'll calcify the pineal gland so they can open up, you see, and get the flow. And that's where the chakras come in, and that's where energy with the chi. And that's why we start getting in tune with the structure, the body structure. You don't want to overgrow yourself. They call it over, we all right. Wait, we all right. You over, we all right. You know what I'm saying? You're going over yourself, so you're not going to be as efficient. Sure, they say, well, you that, and you could be used as a ramming gauge, a protector. You could be used as a source of fuel. People eat. It's a lot of reasons. We're not going into that. We're going into, you always have people doing what they're doing. And in my case, I'm doing what I'm doing always, since I knew it's something to do. And in that doing is putting things back in its natural order. It's almost like a rescue mission. It's two ways that I've been through of being saved. It's two ways I've been through is being saved, and there's many incidents in them two main directives, or bold points. It's like I'm more like this for a reason. Everything's for a reason. Everything's for a reason. So you do the knowledge, do your surroundings, see what's going on, right? Watch. Actually, I'm lifting my leg up right here. I'm trying to get this stronger. I'm trying to realign myself with the things that I know I should be doing at all times. And one of them is full range of muscles. And right now, it's going through some things that I want to express because I want to go and fight the feeling. I want to go past what this is towards what I'm gaining towards when this settle down and respond. And that's the same thing with people. When you rise up and get in your proper persona, not as a geographical location or a bloodline, but active in the teachings, right? That is called love. You know, love from the vibrations that was sent, right? And it was different vibrations, different frequencies, different degrees. And once you start learning about the science of things, you'll see about these different degrees. So you save one way of stopping. And while you're stopping, if you stop at the right place, you can stop because you don't have no gas, but you could stop at the gas station and get some gas. So you got to have the right place to stop. You just can't stop. You know, you have to stop on the Sabbath because, and they say, well, why the Sabbath? Why the Sabbath? Because the word Sabbath is the meaning closer to the destination for the reason you're supposed to follow instructions. And they say instructions, not a choice. It's a instruction of longevity. And they say, people say, my brother, you talking this and that and that and this. You want to be like this and this and that. You talking that and this and this and this. You want to be like this and this and that. But what you got? What you got? You see what I got? I'm living in a mansion. You see what I'm saying? You see all this? This is mine. You know? And we say like this, right? That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. You know, and congratulations, you know, on your accomplishments and what you have achieved. And you know, this is what we say. This is what we mean. But what we say, what we mean, he does not have a clue because most people, when they say, they don't know what they're talking about. See, they don't know what they're talking. Ab out. Okay, so ab with this and out, and what is all this? It's too complicated. You're going. Remember I was talking about the vibration when the knowledge get here, right? The vibration, it stops. It stops here, right? But the people is still here. So it tells you to raise yourself up. Pull yourself over to this side, and then we can talk about it because the side you're on is so complicated. It's so infested in things that's not right. The connections are not right. The wires is not right. The gauges is not right. It's Jimmy rigged in the system. It's anything and everything just to keep you confused. So, but when you come from that, all this here, and you go to this side, you get on this side, the other side. What we talking about? You see? It's just a whole nother what we do. Then you start to see who you be. You start to see the real you. So yeah, okay. So I want to do my transformation and observation of the many things that affect us since, right, and the elevation because the determination of where we do an expansion, protection, and expansion. Many things with the expanding. It has to be detailed. The word is too big, and we expand it. How? What's up? You know? And before you do that, you'll have to plan. So basically what's happening, everything's already done. You see, for what you expect on this side, especially on this side. To get over to this side, once you get on this side, it's a total thing. And you say, well, where's the other? It's inside you. But you have to stop. But right now, instead of explaining to you, you know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna tell you what I'm physically doing. You really can't see it, right? But you know, this is what to do. So you follow instructions. Like you got the book, you follow instructions. You follow instructions. So now you're standing straight, trying to keep your shoulders back, trying to have an arch in your back. You're sucking up this part here. Because if you have too much of this, if it's puffing, whatever, it's a lot of things going on. So you want it to be basically, you know, right. So now I'm saying, this is what's going on. So you're standing like this, you got 1 foot length this way, your 2 feet is like this, your knees is bent. See if I can take it down a little bit. Oh, shucks. Too far. There. Okay, so you're about this far, like this. Now your knees is bent. Like that. Right. It should be bent real more, but right now, I just can't do it right now and be comfortable with it. So, but it should be almost like you riding a horse. It should be almost like you riding a horse. Okay? So, like this, right? And then you just take your arms and raise them up and put it right there for now. Right? Put it right there for now. That's it right there. Right. And when it's out, you wanna pull it out full range. As far as pull out as much as you can, because you be stretching all this out. Right. And you want to recognize that you're still bent down. So you can right. You can bop right now. We can bop like this. This is good. You can bop just like this. Right. And it's gonna help you with controlling your equilibrium, your balance from your equilibrium. Right. So now when you do this, from the tip of your fingers, from the tip of your fingers to the tip of your toes, through every cell in your body, you know. You can name everybody in your body, everything about it, you know. You're a high priestess and high priest. Before it was written, you could think. Think about who you are, connected to your senses, supreme by far. extra and magnetic, extra and attraction. Ooh, outstanding attraction. So, okay, roller skating. Right now, I'm on one leg and I'm trying to get it stronger. And you just and this helps you with your balance. If you have a hip injury, you can place your hand there. The placing of your hand, we're going to start right now with that. Placing of your hands is the utilization of your extremities. I want you to say that. The placement of your hand is the utilization of your extremities, where you have to be focused not only of the lift, but the accuracy, right, of everything about it, at the accuracy. So that's really, even though it's because it's a reaction once you start, it's just gonna happen because your body wants to be oiled. I said oil, right? Your body wants to be moved. You see, because what happened? Be like, what's happening? Like that. I'm gonna tell you what I think about what's happening, you know, and that was the greetings that what's happening, you know. People just didn't really know. It was a copycat syndrome, and the leader of the pack, just like, you know, people study nature, they start doing that, so they start learning different ways, you know, that they can defend themselves, you know. They started doing things, but at the same time, right, they started naming them after animals, right, because they was evolving. Those people who helped them speed up their evolutionary process already knew about certain things, what to do, why, because it's already programmed in them. So you have your own, what they call sway or swag or sway, right? You have your own this way and that way. You know, that's what you put to it. But the genetics of what it is, what it's for, what it's used for, it's already in you. Yourself, who you are. So you just gotta be what you do, right? And learn, okay? So as I explained it to you, don't take it the wrong way because you think you got it. So now you activate it. That's the activation part. Activate yourself. Shed the we I or the weight because you're not all right. You overgrew your body. So you want to blame it on the chemicals. Okay, so now you have to learn about chemistry. You see, and once you do that, you'll be an alchemist. A chemist. Alchemist is Al is the source, like L is the source, and then they have another part, Bay, Day, you know, DEY, BEY, you know, L, AL, Al, you know, these are the symbols, right? That's connected that give a sound with the frequency that brings a image. If you have the reference point, it means the reference points was the definitionaries. They were using the dictionaries. That's the reference point, you know. So, and I will have. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a dictionary. I'm gonna get you a dictionary. It's all good. And this is you know, because by the time this reached to you, boom, guess what? It'll be about something else altogether. You know? Yeah. That's just how it is. It's not gonna be right there and I'm right there. It's not that type of party, you know. You know, it's like you have your roots with the tree and they come up and everybody, you know, it could be whatever type of tree, but basically is they call it a circle because it's going up round. This sphere is round all the way. It's round all the way, right? So, and as you get to a certain who you are, what you be, then you branch off. And then you and then that branch off breath. So that's how it gets. That's how things get watered down, right? But the tree itself, right, is energized by the sun, right, and the contribution to what we give off. So it's a give off thing. And that's where the word propagating comes from. That's in Islam. Propagate, propagate, propagate. You need to say that word, propagate. That means the teaching, the shining your light. That's why we say, yo, son, how you doing? What's up, son? What's up, son? How you doing? You know, what's popping? What's popping? You know? It goes fast. People say it, but then you got to take it and say, well, this is what we take it for. But if you don't know that from originality, you could take it for what you say, and you say that, boom, boom, boom. And if you didn't elevate with that expansion, you see, that growth, like the tree, the root, the growth, you know, and you use a land gauge, is a gauge, articulation, sound. So you're using something real powerful. And the people that had this gift, they were called by many names, depending on the timeline, you know, of what they call the species of humans. And so as the humans evolved genetically from what they call the DNA, okay? And they speak about the DNA, and then other people, they see that, and they be like, oh. Then they come back to you and say, hey, it's all about your DNA, my brother. And if you don't learn about this DNA, my brother, so then somebody said, yo, we talking about something we don't know about. Let's get with this nigga. Let's get with this nigga. That's what they say. And then you get one telling one, two telling two, you know, and we do the calculations, but we ain't got to go that deep. You got to do that. You got to do that. So now he rises up because he done peeped. And they had a movie out, The Spook. Y'all know the rest. It gets shorter and shorter, boy. When you get everything, be like, what? The Spook? What? All right. So now these group of people that he done peeped a lie because they didn't know anyway. They making shit up, and he picked it up, and he making it like, you know, it came through him, you know, through him, you know, not in him and out, you know, from the source, you know, activated by the sun, you know, the sun that walks, you know. So you get a lot of foolishness. So now it's time to go ahead and say, well, dang, how you know this is true? Look at the situation that people are in. I'm not going to say you because you take it personal when I say you. But when you learn out what the you is and how the you is used, right, then you wouldn't take it personal. You wouldn't take it personal. Because, and that's, we're not going to talk about that right now. So yeah, this is pre-recorded, preluded, right? And I think the best of the best preluded things and gave it to us in different ways, and they call it metamorphosis because that's something you can make reference to with the butterfly, you know, with the cocoon, you know, and the worm to the butterfly, or how they do what they do, you know. And the reason why personal, and what I see from those that was there, opportunity, and they said, well, damn, what is that? Opportunity. They just run. Oh, I didn't have opportunity. 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 Now you had opportunity. See, that's all it's about. It's to transfer information. And it's out there because once I say it, ain't gonna never stop. Not only you ever want stop, did it in reverse, and we done been this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. See all these movements in there, but some people just keep going in a circle. You do the same things. You don't get no results. That's because what you're doing is not in tune with what is needed for your purpose of you being whole. I said if you do the same things, you see no results because the things that you're doing don't fulfill the purpose for your reason of you being here. And when you could achieve that, learn that, and be that, and apply that each and every day, all day, planned out strategy. That's who you be. When you do that, that's when you would to get down. So how old do you got to be to get to the get down? We don't get old, my brother. That's something that was attributed to those who taught you that dumb shit. I said, who taught you that dumb shit? Told you that dumb shit. Told to be old, not told to be bold. Be bold for what? Then live out. You know? It's like, how do you tame the beast? How do you tame the beast in you? Do you have a beast in you? Oh, I don't got no beast in me. The only people that ain't got a beast in them, the people that has achieved and are fully calm. People say, well, I have calmness. I have calmness. What makes you at peace? When are you at peace? Can you be at peace at all times? Total peace? Can you walk in peace? Can you converse in peace? Can you do the things that peace, recognize, respect at all times? Or are you working on your, what they call craft of the oath that you have taken to acquire this through the teachings that you have put aside because the things that you wanted to do, the lack of discipline that these things supply, you didn't require it, acquire it. So now you over here when the discipline would have got you to be lighter. And this light is people say, well, the light is something you see with your eyes. If you heavy, you're not light. You can have intellect, but why be encaged in a structure that you're not comfortable in or not at your optimum level? Or manufacturers, man, that facts these things requires for your purpose. Why be defective? Because you don't want to get up and do this. You don't want to eat this. You want to eat that. Because people rather eat something in a box that's artwork And when we talk about artwork, we talk about technology. We're talking about illusion. So now the illusion of the box and that's in the storage that you so we all do. Don't know about, that's the storage. And in the storage is the art work to bring in the technology so it will induce many symptoms to detain you. So if you're overweight and then you don't have the knowledge of this to get on this side and vibrate, so you, but you could, but you could, but you, so you have to, that's the vibrations. So it's been a lot of times where boom, 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 did it that, boom, bit through, boom, 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 did it bat, boom, bat that, boom, 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 put a boop, put the bat, boom, 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 do the bat, boom, boom, did it, boom, 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 did it, boom, 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 did it, boom, 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 did it, boom. Did it, boom, 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 did it, boom, 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 boom. You know, that's the did it, done that. Did it, done that. Did it, done that. Did it, done that. Done, did it. Done, did it. Done, did it. Done, did it. Did it, done that. Did it, done that. Done, did it. 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 Did it, done, did it. Did it dun 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 did it dun 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 did it dun 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 did it oh did it dun 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 did it you know he said he done it and he did it but it wasn't the same, the things he never did mean the thing and everything that he did, what he do today, what you say, everything was yesterday. Everything you do it for the wrong goddamn reason. Hey, everything you do, you never stop to find out how you get on. Ta. Everything you do for no reason. For the situation you always need. That's what we do. And everything you do, situation, hey. Now you notice everything I say, everything I mean, boom, 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 boom. Everything I say, everything I mean, boom, 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 boom. Everything I say, everything I mean, boom, 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 boom. Everything I say, everything I mean, boom, boom, boom. Everything I say what I do it. I do what I say. I'm proof of the things we do. Doing what I do, you do it for your reason, but already did it already. Everything you say, hey, it's just like a holiday, doing everything every day. Hey, baby, this is what I do. Every generation. People yapping, what they play. People yap about what they play all day. People yap about what they do for you. People yap. You ain't did a thing. You say you did it yesterday. Well, what you did today? Yap. You on the radio. Talk about other people, dry snitching, don't you know? Hey, yap. Talk about the past, it's an illusion for the black ass. Yap. You talk about what you got, what you doing, how you doing, who you doing it with, why you doing what you like, who gives a goddamn shit. You talk about what you doing, what you doing, who you doing it with. What I'm talking about is the truth, and I don't give a shit. Everything I say, do it in my way. People want to know, God damn, what the hell he say? Yeah. And you know what you do, what you say you do. Stop acting like an animal and rise up, my brother man. And then I can explain how you can't overstand. Rise up, my brother man. That's what you want to be. Rise up for the terminology that keep you in misery. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I'll throw this one in it for the baby in the plan, and I'll say, wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. It was 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 wah, wah, wah. Wow. He said, wow, wow. I said, yo, baby, what you say? He said, wow. I said, baby, what's the play? Wow. Baby, that's what you do. Wow. Baby, want to talk to you. What? Baby, want to talk to you. Baby's watching you. What? Baby, watching you. Baba, baby's watching you. Baba, baby's watching you. Baba, baby's watching you. Baba, baby's watching you. Papa, baby's watching you. Baba, baby, watching you. Baby, 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 Everything I do, well, I do it for you. I'm the man with the plan. Everything we say, hip, hip, I'm the man with the plan. What you want to do when I talk to you, I'm the man with the plan. Get right, baby, let me talk to you. I'm the man with the plan. Say everything I do, talking to you, I'm the man with the plan. Tell you who, I'm the man with the plan. With that, I'm the man with the plan. I'm from the planet. Ooh, Ilium, Ilium. This is what we do. They come back to get you. I went on a road trip through the galaxy. Now I'm back and to show you that face brings honor to thee. Would you say faith brings honor to thee? Now that you did, the deeds that you provided for the people was connected to who you really are. They slap you, they spit on you, they try to even hurt you, they try to pretend they were right, right, right. But you know, we came back and now we're here. It was well doing, we don't go for. We the mean green supreme team doing what we do. They call us Elohim. That's what they call you. But for me, I'm from the Igigi, you see. And we say it in a different way to bring you protection and provide erection to the cosmic energy. Galaxy proven as the music and ride up in the sky. You know the music, pre-recorded, every type of things you're supposed to know. Ontology. I said ontology. Ontology. I said the things that you need to know as I personify and come into who I be, my name. Okay, you want me to be the book. The book of Revelation is no mystery to me. I'm in the order of the high priest, Malachi. Malachi's when you're totally free with your third eye open so your mind can be connected. Where is the mind? The mind is it's no time with the mind faster than the speed of light. The time is only for this here measurement called nanometers, yeah, from matter, money, dense, all that solidification. But that don't matter, but you're still here. You're here, but you can be with me. And when you're with me, you're with the we. And now you're here, there, you're everywhere. That's who you do. That's who you be. You be this, you live this, you are this, you conform to who you are, and you hold your ground. It's like the plane coming out the city cracks of the street, and you see them big, and they ain't pick it. He tried to pick it. They was too busy. Because it wasn't supposed to be there anyway. The cement wasn't supposed to be there. He's supposed to be walking on the grass, being fed by the minerals on the earth. You see, we are earth to earth. You see, but we rise up every step we go. You see, and we provide the energy that we absorb through the channels that is called chakras, you know. But we can call them plugs. Let's call it spark plugs, okay? And I'll be that spark to help you filter out the energy that you receive, because it's overkill, especially in the big cities. That's why they can't decipher or determine or analyze what's going on. You see, so when you get together and we start doing the shows, and you start being happy because you're happy, you start being balanced, and you want to shout for joy, you're going to recognize joy. Don't leave joy out your life. Salute joy. Don't leave glory out your life. For all the glory, the glorious, Gloria. That's the pronunciation of putting glory it's life. See, the glory of life and the embodiment of solidification, but that's not who you are. That would identify you as you evolve, and then you have to maintain it through the mercy. You know, and I know about maintaining, it's like maintaining your car, you know. In certain conditions, it's called environmental weapons. There's certain conditions. Now, what does this have to do with roller skating? Roller skating is a means of survival for the Anunnaki, the Elohim, the angelics, and the golden children, the stars. You know, the people with the light, people, the pastors, the imams, the gurus. It's for those people who know the benefit of gathering. You see, with a type of energy that everybody's trying to get to. And it's actually what we call now the theory, right? The theory. That's the energy that the skaters that's activated by the green light and is in the order of the green light, is in the order of Melchizedek, right? It don't stop. Especially if you took an oath and you said this you want to do, you know, you use energy to get the money, to get the product, to use it, to get that, to build you up like a instruction manual. So he said, well, boom, it was supposed to be explained to you, or could be explained to you if need necessary, or with time, when the time comes, it would be explained to you, because it was told that everybody shall hear the voice of that which is to be revealed. So if you know you had the best teachings, and you know that your instructor, your leader, your reverend, your Cohen, your rabbi, your guru, your pimp, whoever that you said, well, this is what I want to do, to put in the collective, to be a part of the all, and then everybody that was supposed to be conscious of what's going on, who awoke, and those who were aware, those who were trying to open their third eye, and then they got a glimpse. Some people ran from it. Some people, because they didn't do the required things that we're gonna learn all over again. That's why I was stopped, right, to start all over again. And we'll play that track one day, but right now I was stopped to start all over again. You know, I think Blue Magic made it up. You know, but Blue Magic, Delphonics, Stylistics, you go there and see that the vibrational error. That time, it's like onions, you know? It's like sometimes that layer, you know, it gets to a point, and then the rest, it becomes a muffler, you know, of just a coating. That's we have different layers of things. So sometimes you get to that layer and you on top, and then you do things, you're not expanding to the next layer, to the next year, because your position is to be where you at. That's why we congratulate all those that's on top right now, all your stars, all your influential people, you see, because you have gathered that energy, your audience, your fan base. Actually, the word fan is the word naf. Naf. Not Nas, Naf. Naf. Fan. You do the research in the Shemitic languages. Find out what the Shemitic languages. This is not the one-on-one class. You got to go past that. This is for the skaters to relate to, right? This is not for somebody to say, oh, the skaters is the bomb, is the shit, because we get ready to, that's why the spot, ain't no delay. And what we got to do and what we have done, and the congratulations to every last one of you who had a good heart, that performed, that shared, that helped in the skating world. Now, there's many things that was done, right, that I wouldn't have done and I will not do, because I'm about change, and change for the betterment of not just self, because the we is the me and the we is the same. It's the you and the you connected, which makes the cipher. And then as the cipher goes, right, just as the cipher becomes the nucleus, as the dot became the line became the circle, and in that circle things was going. And within that circle, the circle did a spin-off, and that spin-off will form another circle. So that top that everybody is at this present time, 2022, congratulations. They say Nasama. That means the energy in you, the things that you do, may you do the best, be the best in what you do on that level. Because now when we go to the next level, the next top, right, that's called the capstone. So in the capstone, this is the corner, right? So the capstone is something that you're aware. So this could be like a capstone. That's a capstone. You see? Not only is a capstone, because for is like this is a cap. Okay. So what I'm stating is that that would be, they call it the subject. You see, the main what it's about, and then they add different words, pronoun, adjectives, and other words that will put you in a different thinking or different time or exclamation and show you how forceful they want you to intake this particular symbol, or if you wanted to go slower or higher, what range to get that image that they already projected through tell lies with vision, and had those people programmed in the script, the writings, like you had the scriptures, true scripts of those who put this in. So, but when it gets down to the get down, all powers, all thoughts, all thinking is by the will of that which created this. And if you're not connected with that, and you see that has nothing to do with you, mind your business. And we can mind your business mean now get into the mind thinking of the supreme doing of those who have done and put a top, and now we're creating another top on it, and this top will elevate, so everybody will elevate and circulate. And that's how you got the circle, and then you have in the circle, right, diameter, and then you have different angles. Man, it gets just as we do here, reflecting what can be through the thoughts of each other's, by the orientation, by the mental telepathy, by the sound. That's why you have to have a filter. It said, trust no man. And who was they talking to? Man to trust no man? Women to trust no man? Or did the women already have control and they say, trust no man, and telling the women don't trust no man, and the woman was in control because she was obedient. And that's where you get Saul, Paul, or whoever they want to call him, whatever his name was in that particular language. But the main thing about what I'm saying is we're talking about the now. Who represents you right now? What lies have they told you since they started their platform of moving around, teaching? What have they done? What have they promised? What have they done? I promised you nothing. I promised you nothing but to take care of yourself, and you will have longevity. That's all I promised you. And with that longevity, we will figure this out, because it was already in each of us to figure it out, not just to me to figure it out. I'm the SP to the ARK, right? And I started off. in your individual life. And it's 5. You start off and say, cool. Say He. What is He? Allah. What is all life? Spell it. A-L-L, all. A-H. Ah, life. Frontwards or backwards. It's life. So now you need to know this. So the things that I'm saying, the way that we plan, the way it's projected to you now, it's a new birth. But the group already put out. So it's already pre-recorded. So now we're going backwards. We're going to new birth right now. And as we go to times as Aquarius, then we're going to different dimensions, the 5th dimension. So we're going backwards in time, but projecting the thoughts that was said here through the gate to now do things spectacular. So the things that people are doing, Amasta, what is it? Amasta, that's the greetings that is said. So we can use that Amasta, right? Amasta, this is what we use it for. And then take each letter and break the letter down to that which continue in your individual journey without taking advantage of people, but giving them something as a solution. And I gave you a solution to defining that tone, right? And when the solution gets them to that point, then that solution will be revised, revision, because of the time, situation, population, the amount of people. There's a lot of different entities in calculating equations of strategy for success, maintaining success, and just being above a new top. You see, without collaboration of those who already didn't help you the first time, the way you wanted it to go, or the way that you heard it, your interpretation of the original plan. So you got your rendition, your version, your interpretation from your heart. And the way your heart is, right? That's where the hearing, Hear, hear, heart, right? Health, heart, hearing, instructions, observing, application, refinement, practice, 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 practice. So that's what that is. So as we continue this journey, hour to power, minute from minute, minute from minute, minute from beyond and seeing what you're talking about, a new reality and given to you by the SPAR. KB. 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 I think KB. Keith. Big shout out to Keith, yo. Yeah, I'm doing my show now. I told you, doing live right now. Ain't nobody here. I love it, because got to stay ahead of the pack. I don't let people years. Years only mean the agreement, So, it's like, well, how y'all doing today? I see y'all got big shout out to 216, 249, 75, Bushwick Avenue, Livonia, Fulton Street, East Broadway, East New York, Broadway Junction. Broadway function at the junction. Baby, come on right now. Baby, it's a function at the junction. So they say, you seem like you're not injured. Oh, no, I'm not injured. Because, see, that's the whole thing. When they say you injured, they're not talking about the inability of the vehicle that takes you around and you in it. They're going to just shut you down and say, guess what? You got, no. You have to just work with this. Because I can see deformity starts to come in, stiffness when you lack, when you sleep. You see, that's when the process of going through the changes of restoration, restoring, evacuation, putting things in place so you can go ahead and do what you need to do, number one and number two. So what is my main thing? I'm an artist. I talk about artists too, but that's what it is for the type of situation we evolved in, which is called capitalistic society. So you have to employ it's like eco-psycho, and that's how things happen in the animal world, and they want to take you out of the animal world and put you on their platform and put you in their game. The word game means gather or together, and then you have to play the part to move around. You can't just walk through the walls because you don't know how. But if I taught you how to walk through walls, then their game in that particular space, which they claim that you cannot occupy two different things at the same time. And if the opposite is the same thing, but two different, it's connected. That's why you have what they call hot, cold, and then you have warm. And the warm part is what? W-A-R. The W is also the M. So you have warm, W, W-A-R, W-A-R-M, war. See? And the M is the W. Again, it's two U's. The W is the double of the U. The M is the double of the U. With the double of the U is this U and this U and this U and this U. Put that on top of there and you have the circle. The circle was the command of Sir. Sir means to rise up from your beastful nature through a programming that is called my sun or my light that was given to the maid sons or the lights of the prophet, and his name was Solomon. And he was said to be one of the greatest, and we'll go through that later, and that's what people emulate from his teachings because they discontinue citing that which he got his information, informed action to apply the message, which is called macro management. And the micro management is similar example to the federal, the state, the city as the governing, and then you have the people in the city. Then you have the people in the city that's in compliance, the people in the city doing this, pulling towards the things that need to be through the education of edit conversation, revise, and put it in a book by authors who have the authority to put these things in place to comply with the rules and regulations and policies and ethical things, right, for this city, right, to comply with the state to the federal, right? So the people, because of their education, is not in compliance. So you have what we call underworld. Now you got the people up here, which is the civil, and they trying to inflate, and then they have people underneath them, the underworld, right? And the whole thing is a game of that magnitude, them against them, the city against the underworld, through the people that's the puppets of the city, or slaves of the city, or pieces of the city. So, and that's another thing that you could put in for peace and peace. PIECE. I'm a piece. I'm a part of the solution. Don't be a piece of distraction, a piece of envy, a piece of jealousy, of conniving to go against, disruptive, destroying. We don't need that no more. You see? So if when you see me and you see what I'm taking, how I'm going through it, putting together, this is what it's always like this. But you didn't take it like that. That's fine. We're not even gonna talk about that. We're gonna continue. Big shout out to all the those who are striving to make an impression. Those who taking their time from being mortals to be the mortality. Okay, the mental, the joy, the glory, the mat, the mat working together on both sides. That's how you had the people that was constituents or the audience of members of a congregation, right? And then of that species woman, and then you had the woman who were considered to be on the side of that which they couldn't see, but they felt in a special way through the gifts of compassion, learning, earning, helping, healing, right? But they also had the nature of the animal, the nature of reproduction. So that's why its rules are in place so we can deal with a society. So what was created as a valve, because the earth, the humans is evolving. So this amount of space is replicated as an example for light, in the spectrum of light coming through or shining, coming down from the darkness. The darkness always prevails. It's always dark. With the illusion, the Elion, the darkness always is there, but it's a special type of darkness. That's why those that is melanated have what we call natural vision. We can see in the light of the moon, or the reflection from the light of the moon. That's reflection from the light of the moon. And it said, what is the moon? Can you reach the moon? You're like, I fly high on the moon. I fly high on the moon. I fly high on the moon. How do you get high? You get higher by elevation. How do you have elevation? Okay, so it's the seed of the seed. That stimulation. How do you do? It's the seed of the seed. That stimulation. That's the stem of what? That stem of what? Stimulation. Mu means from what? Keep going. You do it. Give you something. Put it down. Write it down. We're trying to build. You're either gonna be afraid or you're not. You're gonna fight back. You're gonna establish who you are. After you find out who you are, then you're gonna run from it. You're gonna hide. You're gonna let them take that which is part of the all and put it in a place where they say they want it to be. No. That's the same thing that's happening all over. Come on, y'all got to get more better than that. And yes, that is a tie on my brain to represent that I have one, not around my neck. That's what we've been taught to say and not thought out. The tie and the connection between this dense and that out there is the tie that you see. My contribution, you're welcome. If you welcome on, that was the salutation. Information, inform action for your continuation was welcome. If you welcome, well was what? We, LL. What? L or heal. Well or heal. Well or Mel. Are you well? I'm Mel, the king, yes. Dyslexia? Reading from the wrong side? Yes. That also. And I say it like this. I didn't say it like this. Because thumbs up. Vision, observation. 4 represent culture. 5 represent power. You should be able to do what you need to do. Be gentle, swaying. It's called the DD, the death dance, or the B. You could say B too, because 2 Ds is the B. The B is the 1 and the 3, which is the spinoff after the 12 of the 6 and the 6, right? And the clock, or the 24, or the 360, right? And then the 1, 361, another one. So you go another one, boom. And it's called the spinoff. Projection, time, calculations, notation, proper tone, intonation, common, communications, commune, continue, common, come, continue, action, blah, 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 blah. Building, what side, how, who you are, what you believe, where you was taught, environment, how you grew up, what's your status, what's your family information, familiar, who you with, what you represent here in America. You say you white, where's your roots? So I know the branch, the tree, what happened, this, that. I know if I want to intertwine with that, modify, deal with you on, busy in this essence, or what they call sin. We say essential things that's needed to be done, busy with that, business, that's how we look at it, contractual agreements with certain people, right? We don't truly apply for these type of things. We create these type of things. This is what we do. The new in the new school, from the SP to the ARK, Skate Master Spark in the building, roller skating, ruling states of minds, so we can go ahead and get back to our proper persona and take control of this, that, and these things that is baffle the minds of the humans, okay? This is what we're talking about. So as we go, and that's the way it goes. That's it. So we out of here. I'm gonna get back to you. And that was a good cut. That was a good cut.